In today's video, we're going to create a derived component in Fusion 360. Now, in this, as you can see in this part over here, I've just created this little block, and we're going to derive this into a new component. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on the drop-down arrow next to Create to be able to access the command. Over here, you'll see there's the Derive command, and the nice thing about Autodesk products is that it's, when you have your cursor on any of the commands, it actually gives you a little bit of a tooltip on what this does. So as you can see over here, I hovered over Derive, and it says pushes and links design features from the active design into a new or existing design. So let's go and click on Derive and see what happens over here. Oopsie, that's not that one. Okay, so Create, Derive. I clicked on Create Form, and it brings up this dialog box over here. So first thing I want to take a look at is, am I going to put this into an existing design or a new design? So I don't have an existing design that I want to put it in, so I'm going to go select that. And then over here I can see Derive Objects or Derive Components. I'm going to say Derive Objects and select my objects over here. So you'll see there it creates a folder with bodies and obviously the body that it's going to be taking. Select OK, and you'll see there now it's opened up a new drawing over here as Untitled. At the bottom as well, you'll see on the timeline it tells you they're derived from Derive version 1. Now I'm going to go save this, and I'm going to say Derive destination. Okay, now let's go and update this. So let's go back to my Derive 1, and I'm going to go and let's say put in some fillets. So let's go and select these over here and see how this updates on our derived component. Select on OK, and there we go. Now if I go back to my component over here and I right click on this, edit derived feature. So what it does is it'll open up the original component over here, and it says Derive requires saved source design. Please save this design before editing the derived feature. I forgot to save, so I'm just going to save it quickly and OK, because it's not reflecting that the fillets over there. So once that's been done, select on OK, and it takes me back to my derived destination, and at the bottom there it says one warning, components are out of date. So there you'll see there I've got this update one child component to latest non-milestone version or milestone version if available. So I select that, and what we should see is that the fillet should pop into this derived destination, and there we go. So let's just do that again, it's just showing a little bit better. So now I'm going to select right, let's go and do a rectangular pattern. Okay, I'm going to do components. Okay, and I can't do components, that's not a component yet, so let's go select that. Let's go do the axis, and let's do 3 of those over there. Okay, now I'm going to save it. Now let's see what happens with the derived destination. Go back to my derived destination, you'll see there it says great, update because it's out of date. Select it. Okay, and so zoom out here quickly. Nothing happens. Now why has this happened? Okay, so what's happened over here is when I created my derived initially, I chose one body, and it was this initial body over here. These two bodies had not existed yet. Okay, so what I need to do over here is I need to make sure that I go and select these two derived components over here. So I'm going to go back to my derived feature over here, edit derived feature. It'll open up my original Derive source, and as you can see over here, it's only reflecting body 1 and not these two bodies over here. So now what I need to do is just select on those two, and if I click on OK, you'll notice there in my derived destination I've now got all 3 bodies in over here. So when deriving components, if you've ever derived in Inventor, it's back to front. So with Inventor you'll go to your destination and you'll then find your source. With this, you will start in your source, you'll derive it, select bodies or components, and then from there you can push it into your destination. If additional bodies get added, it will not automatically show up in your derived destination. You need to edit the derived component, and then you'll be able to go and add them into the derived. Because if you think about it, they did not exist yet. So you need to go and create it, or you need to go and find it and add it to the original derived component. Thank you very much for watching.